number 5?
Yes. Number 5 would be so much higher if it wasn't for the movie that came after it that pretty much said, hey, this thing really doesn't fucking matter. And I'll say, thanks, Christopher Nolan. You made Dark Knight try to not matter. Because Dark Knight's number 5. It's fucking great. It's one of the best Batman movies of all time. But dear God, the Dark Knight Rises tried to say, hey, this thing doesn't really matter. Because you know the whole Joker thing? It doesn't really matter. The Harvey Dent thing's kind of important, but we're not going to worry about the Joker. Thanks, Christopher Nolan.
That's why I just ignore Dark Knight Rises and just pretend it never happened.
I would if it wasn't nearly 3 hours long. Dear God, it's a long fucking Batman movie that doesn't feel like it goes anywhere.
I don't really.
It's like just sitting there going. But then it's bad because you have Dark Knight. It's a 2 hour,
So that's your number 5.
Yeah, my number 5 is Dark Knight. Fucking fantastic movie, and I mean, it's like I said, it's over 2 hours long, and it feels none of that time.
Just to let you know, it's on my list too.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best Batman movie there is. I love Batman. It's better than Batman. I really like Batman Returns, even though I have some issues with it. It's better than Batman Returns. Batman Forever.
I know you like trying to pretend they never happened.
I can't even finish that sentence. It's like, they don't even hold a candle. They can't even pick up the shit that Dark Knight dribbles out of its butthole with their teeth.
I know Batman Forever, and especially Batman and Robin, nowhere in the same league as, pun totally not intended, as the Dark Knight.
They're not even in the same Justice League as them. And then there's Batman and Superman. Oh, yeah, that's a movie. Yeah, Dark Knight, fantastic movie. I don't even know if there's more I need to say. I'm just really bitchy about the other movies because I would put it higher, but I feel like because it's part of another series, or it's part of a series that has 2 really good movies, Batman Begins and a fantastic fucking Batman Dark Knight. I mean, you have a Joker that has now defined how Joker is portrayed in the comic books. And then it does nothing with it in the sequel. As a sequel that tries to do as much to destroy any goodwill that I had towards Christopher Nolan as possible. So you know why I'm looking forward to and dreading Dunkirk at the same time. Hey, Scarecrow's in it at least. That's some. So yeah, Dark Knight. Fantastic movie. You don't know what happened in Dark Knight Rises. Don't know why that was a thing. It was.
I will say this much: Dark Knight was just brilliant. I don't want to say this just because one person, one character, but it's like a lot of the brilliance of it has to do with Heath Ledger as a Joker.
Oh, that's what he does a lot. If you know, you can actually pay attention to some of his mannerisms. You can see he does that a lot. He lifts his lips. Kind of unnerving. You're like, okay, why is he doing that? It's kind of bothering me. Not like the bothering, like, I wish you'd stop doing this. It's like bothering me like it's making me uneasy.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, in a really good way.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's brilliant. Like you said, it kind of set the standard.
Yeah, and then we haven't ever gotten close.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Nicholson, he was a good Joker. He had fun with it. He just Jack Nicholson being Jack Nicholson.
Mark Hamill's a close second, I would say, in my head. Mark Hamill, though, is helped out by the fact that he had an entire series and a few episodes of Justice League to help give his character more time to develop, more time to get into his persona and all that. Kate was one outside. I caught her right before she was about to start scratching. I'm like, haha! You were saying about Joker and Dark Knight.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson was good, but Heath Ledger really set the standard. Like, he was really deranged, but
he was fun.
Fun, yeah, exactly the word I was going to use. Fun.
Yeah, that's the one thing they couldn't understand.
Yeah, he's very deranged and unpredictable. You know, you truly understood him as an agent of chaos. Like Michael Caine in the movie even said, some people just want to watch the world burn.
Or watch the world burn. I am so going to build in Minecraft City a giant word that just says burn and it's on fire. It's going to be so much fun. Oh. So, your number 5, or is that your number 5 as well?
No, that's not my number 5. It's a little bit higher on the list. Much higher, in fact. My number 5, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
That is on my list, too.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, first one was good, but second one blew it out of the water, I think. Mostly because of the effects. Especially the T-1000. And also, you have a good Terminator.
Well, not only that, but if you had saw the marketing for it whenever it was originally about to come into theaters and everything, because I remember this when I was a kid. It's the reason why Terminator resonates so much with me. I remembered it. It was some of the best trailers you could have seen. Because it really made it seem like... God, what's his name? Edward Furlong. I can't remember his actual character's name. It's a bad part, and he's the main character of the entire thing. John Connor. God, why couldn't I remember that simple name? John Connor. God, no one's stupid.
How do you...
I'm old.
I don't want to hear shit. I'm a year older than you.
You are a year and a few months.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it really actually made it look like John Connor was trying to get saved by Liquid Terminator.
Yeah.
And that was actually a clever marketing ploy, because when I originally saw it, I was actually surprised that Arnold was the good guy, because I saw the first Terminator beforehand. I had a weird childhood. Really weird.
Definitely not Shelter like mine was.
Oh, no. Like, I saw Total Recall when it came to VHS, the year after it was in theaters. That was in 92. I was 5.
Just to give you, just give you all an idea how old we are.
Yeah. I'm going to turn 30 this year. Please, don't remind me.
I don't want to hear shit. Like I said, I don't want to hear shit. I'm a year older.
Well, it could be worse. Yeah. Terminator 2 is still a fantastic movie. More you want to say about T2?
It was awesome. Yeah, a few weeks ago we were even talking about the graphics. How the effects, like, even to this day.
They're better than what they did in Terminator Genesis. I mean,
You will not let that go, will you?
Oh, no. If they're going to misspell it, they're going to get it pronounced how it's spelled. Because that's the worst part. Grammatically, it would be pronounced that way, because the Y wouldn't get pronounced like a normal Y. Or it would get pronounced like a normal Y instead of the E sound like they think, or whatever. It's Genesis. It's just about as aggravating as them yoga hosers. Sorry, boot that.
So number 4. What's your number 4?
My number 4. Oh, shit. I don't even remember where it is. I wrote it down. I can't even find it. That's the worst part. I'm stupid. Told y'all I'm off today. Ah, there it is. My number 4. Yeah, I looked at my... Of course that's number 4. Some people may think I'm cheating. I'm going to go just say it. I think it's better than the first and the second movie. And that is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I know some people think, oh, Raiders of the Lost Ark's better. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade has Sean Connery, Harrison Ford playing off each other perfectly. You feel like they're a father-son that are really strained and really could kill each other at any moment they ever really want to. Or they're like, I could kill you, but I'm not gonna because I love you. Damn it. And on top of all of that, you have great set pieces. You always remember, like everybody remembers from Indiana Jones. It's like, oh yeah, there was that one time when Indiana Jones was like fighting on a tank and all this. Third movie. Like, no offense to Raiders of the Lost Ark, you really remember a couple of things, like him shining the light to see the treasure, see the map, see how things are laid out. The famous gunfight that Harrison Ford cut short because he was...
Yeah, food poisoning.
Yeah, he was sick. I got there sword. Which makes for one of the funniest damn scenes ever.
Well, it helps he has that look on his face like, none of this is bullshit.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have the... where they open the Ark of the Covenant. In this, you remember everything. Everybody remembers the famous line, he chose poorly.
So that's where you get that from.
Yeah, it's from Raiders of the Lost
I've
Ark.
never seen any of the Indiana Jones movies, not really.
Or Indiana Jones. I think it's speaking like me right now for some reason.
No, you're just speaking like me, like I usually do.
No, you have my voice. Great line from Quest for Peace. It still makes no sense.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that is what Nuclear Man says to Gene Hackman at one point. Because he goes, you have my voice. No, you have my voice. Eh? Line doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like, right, I wrote down one. Oh, well, fuck it. Don't cut it out, right? Then you saw one. Well, shit, I kept it in.
Quest for Peace, you said?
Yeah, 4.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Christopher Reeve, may he rest in peace, actually wrote that.
That does not mean that he did a good job, right, man?
I'm just saying.
No, but yeah, yeah, Indiana Jones Last Crusade, it's a super memorable movie. And yes, I know some people are like, oh, you're cheating because everything's better than Temple of Doom. Hell, I would say even, people are going to hate this, I would say Crystal Skull is better than Temple of Doom. Because Temple of Doom is just, God, it's terrible. With the guy who people thought was Glenn, or the kid. Everybody thought it was Glenn's like, it's totally Glenn. No, that kid would be like 40. The actor who plays Glenn is not even in his 30s. Or barely in his 30s. But yeah, Temple of Doom's terrible. I really don't like it that much. But, like I said, I think Indiana Jones Last Crusade is even better than Raiders of the Lost Ark. Fantastic action. Great adventure movie. Needs to be seen by all. This one will eventually see it. And strange enough, you know who wrote it? George Lucas. Hey, it's Steven Spielberg movie, so I mean, how can you go wrong? So yeah, Last Crusade, better than all the Indiana Jones movies. Or if I can even say it. What about your number 4?
I may catch some flack for this.
Loading up the guns?
At least from you. Yeah, I was just looking through my thing. I had this on like 3 other lists.
Oh, at least that means you like the movie.
In fact, I own it on DVD. In fact, I got it for Christmas. From this one.
I don't even know what it is.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadows.
Nah. It's not terrible.
I know you like the original first one.
Yeah, the very first ever Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie is the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. No one will disagree with that fact. Except this one. This is the only person.
I dispute that one.
So are you saying it's better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles original
Secret of the Ooze?
Secret of the Ooze?
Just
That one that
that's
never happened. I think they might have a third one, but I really like to ignore it.
What do you mean might have had it? You know.
No, it doesn't exist. Still not a thing.
Why'd you bring it up?
Because it's not a thing. It's just not a thing. Are you saying it's better than those as well, or are you just trying to say it's better than first reboot?
Listen to us. Words are hard. But it's better than the reboot.
Second reboot. Because technically TMNT is a reboot as well. Even though it's
I was going to say, I thought it was supposed to be a sequel to the first 3.
Yes and no. It's kind of confusing.
Well, I have it on my list on next...
On Netflix?
Yes. Damn it. Can't talk.
To be fair, you usually watch Netflix on my Xbox, so that's why you would want to say your Xbox.
No, I'm just... Like, I have it on my list. That's the word I was trying to get out. I have it on my list on Netflix. I will watch it eventually. But...
Yes, this is better than the... As people... It's Michael Bay one. Not really. You see some Michael Bay, but not a whole lot. Shots aren't very Michael Bay-ish.
And not quite as many explosions.
To be fair, it's not very Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles-ish.
Yeah. It's more of a Transformers thing.
Mm-hmm. So, why do you like this more than the first one?
So much nostalgia from my childhood.
Service.
Uh-huh. I mean, in addition to the Turtles and April and all that, you have Rocksteady and Bebop. You got Shredder and Krang, although they didn't interact as much as I would have liked. And you have the Technodrome. And its first live-action appearance, and probably its only at this point.
Yeah, this series is going to go right back into the thing, and they're never going to bring it back out for a little bit.
Yeah, then we've got to wait for the next reboot in about 10 years. 10, 15 years.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the last one only took about 7. I think TMNT came out in 2007 or so. Actually, underrated movie. I actually like TMNT.
Maybe.
So, want me to move on, or you want to gush some more? Gush.
No, I've gushed before in other videos. I will spare everyone else.
My number 3. Yeah, again, my list. Very, very much my list. I already told you, I'm looking forward to King Kong. I love the Godzilla reboot. I love Godzilla movies. So why wouldn't I choose probably the best Godzilla movie of them all? Godzilla Final Wars.
I've actually seen that!
Yeah, this is what Megan's actually seen. Holy shit, does it not make any sense? Well, holy shit, is it fun.
And damn, that one villain's cute.
And you also have Sergeant Slaughter back from the dead with a fucking fuck-off Seraphoth sword from Final Fantasy VII because it looks cool. Pretty much this is a movie I think that a 12-year-old wrote, a 12-year-old directed it, and it just makes the 12-year-old inside of me just so happy. It is a squee, all 2 hours of it. And there's not one bad part of the movie to a Godzilla fan. I will say it's like some Godzilla fans might find it a little weird and a little confusing to see.
Non-fans?
Yeah.
You said fans.
I said not Godzilla fans. That's actually what I said. I just didn't say the non. I was meaning non, but not is what came out. Some of the not Godzilla fans might see, a little confusing, a little weird, especially. Mm-hmm. But to Godzilla fans, this is run-of-the-mill. I mean, if I were to try and explain the plot of Godzilla vs. Gigan, nobody would get it. I don't barely get it. I barely fucking get the thing. I don't even know.
Grammar.
I can't even say it. I can't get it. But somehow, this movie makes perfect sense to me. It's ludicrous as all hell. You're welcome. It has more Luda than Too Fast, Too Furious. It's a joke, of course. It's a joke, son. A joke.
Just kidding.
But holy shit, it's so much fun. I love it. Mm-hmm. I know it's not a Oscar winner. I don't want it to be. And that's the thing. It fulfilled every bit of a Godzilla fan I want. I wanted to see Godzilla just mow through monsters more than kind of just have one he kind of has a few issues with and everything. And then I eventually takes him down. I wanted to see this. The only way they could do this better is if we eventually get the pairing that all kaiju fans want. And that is, of course, Godzilla versus Gamera, and it will never fucking happen. The only way is that somebody splices the footage together. Yeah. Godzilla Final Wars. Best fucking Godzilla movie. Anything you wanted to add to it?
Nerd.
Oh, yes. This is why I still, go by the truth that, Star Wars is better. You just flip everybody off. Or flip me off if you want to. Yes, what's your number 3?
I think this has also been on my list. I don't know. Well, I do know that, I'm not cheating. This is different.
What, Team NT2?
Yeah, Secret of the Ooze.
This is cheating. I call it cheating on this. I even said it's cheating.
No.
And not only that, but the first one was better.
Franchise.
It's the same franchise, just rebooted.
Exactly, it's a different franchise.
It's still part of the same, almost, not really canonicity, but still in the same grouping.
I think you accepted it on another list where I had both these on there somewhere. I don't remember. I don't have to go back and look. Yeah. I can understand how you would like the first one.
Because it's awesome. There's swearing, there's Casey Jones.
I understand you like it a little bit darker, like it is in the comics, or like the comics used to be.
Mm-hmm. I must say, didn't they cross over with Archie where they got spit out by a cow? I wish I was joking about that. They got weird.
Alrighty. Yeah, I just like the second one because it's goofier.
I also like the first one because there's more characters. You might tell I like characters in my movies, because I do. Even though I still like stupid movies.
Not gonna say nothing.
I'm gonna say, I know I love Godzilla Final Wars. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's dumb as fuck. I love the shit out of it. Those movies, don't watch it with me when I have popcorn. Everywhere. This is my dick going through the whole thing, just blowing through the bag. Here's an image to make you go to sleep at night. Yeah, what about Secret of the Ooze besides the comedy did you enjoy about the movie?
Like I said, it was goofier, it was sillier, probably a little bit more childish, but I think that more appealed to me as a kid.
Maybe it just didn't help that I was a kid, like I said.
You weren't exactly sheltered.
Yeah, I watched, Total Recall and Terminator 2 in the same year. So, I guess that's the reason why the first one really resonated with me a lot more, Yeah. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, when that was terrible, I liked it as a kid, but I think I just grew out of it a lot quicker.
Yeah, I understand those that like their turtles a little bit darker, especially if they were fans of the comics before the movies came out and the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I like it because it's goofier and got a lot of goofy quotes that are just instantly quotable.
Oh, like the Shredder! Thanks, Raph. Never had the hiccups ever again.
I may never have the hiccups again. He's like, you and your brother, I swear, keep fussing that.
Fussing that?
Fussing. Oh, fuck.
Ow.
Y'all keep flubbing it. There we go.
Yeah, but still, you also get to see Shredder, get compacted in the first movie. Can't quite beat that.
And you got Super Shredder.
Get Kevin Nash.
I was going to say, remember that one wrestler named Kevin? I can't remember his last name. Yeah, Kevin Nash. He's also in Longest Yard.
Charlie remembers weird, random facts from life.
Yeah, he was in Longest Yard. It's like, what are you doing? My nipples are sore. Why are we talking about your nipples? Or something to that effect.
Some more you want to add to about your wrong ideas?
Once again.
Show everybody you're flipping me off. It doesn't matter.
I think that's funnier, me doing that. I live to make people laugh. What can I say?
They just laugh at your picks because you're nothing but wrong with them. So, want me to move to my number 2?
Mm-hmm. That one we on? Number 2?
Yeah. I know we've already spoken about this, and Megan's already said something about it. Yes. Terminator 2 is one of the best action movies of all time. It's my number 2. Mm-hmm. I know it's just short, and it's technically all my shit. But still, it's a fantastic action movie. It still holds up to this day. It looks great. It plays great. Everything about it's great. There's nothing that you can be mad at it for. Oh, you don't like this action? Well, here, how about some great characters? Oh, you don't like great characters? Well, then go fuck yourself because you're a stupid asshole. Here's action to make yourself just go, duh. And if you like Terminator Genocide, go eat a blender. It's on. Yeah, I don't want to say more, not because I don't want to praise this movie more, but because I do nothing
We've already talked about it.
Praise it. Yes, it's a fantastic movie. Go see it if you have not seen it.
And again, somehow, amazingly, the effects still hold up.
Yeah.
To this day.
Like Terminator Genocide. Like I said, the Liquid Terminator in that movie, he looked bad when that movie came out. It's like, why didn't you just redo the effects from the first fucking time y'all did this? Oh, wait, no, you're stupid. Yeah. I don't know how anybody's not seen this movie. Yeah, they need to.
Yeah,
So,
it's good. And effects, like as far as effects, a lot better than anything than nowadays. Like, that are put out nowadays.
yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, because you rely way too much on computers, and yet it's like somehow not realistic looking.
They don't understand what the real thing looks like and intersplice it with stuff from computer. Yeah. That was what made Terminator 2 look so good, because you had computers that were putting together with, I can't remember the action name. I'm very sorry. I actually really like this guy, the guy who played Liquid Terminator.
Robert Patrick.
Yeah, Robert Patrick. You had a lot of scenes where it was him, computer, but still him. It was a lot of compositing.
Oh, it turns out he was in Spy Kids. Played one of the bad guys.
He needed some crack money, what can I say? Every now and then, we need that crack money. Gotta do a Spy Kids movie. It's like, damn it, Robert. Robert Rodriguez, why? Guess I got to. Fuck. Yeah. That's the reason why. They have a lot of, just completely created stuff. They can do some interesting things, but a lot of times they don't. So, what about your number two? Oh,
I, as much as we've been disagreeing with each other on this list, it's like funny. Some lists we totally agree on most everything, if not actually everything. And other lists we're just totally disagreeing. But yeah, as much as we've been disagreeing on this list, I think this one you will agree with me. Back to the Future Part 2.
It is not on my list.
Well, I know it's not on your list.
But it is better than the first one. I would say that
Yes.
much. It's better than the third one, too.
Oh, yes. Third one was kind of boring.
Well, it doesn't help it's a Western, and it's a lot of Western. If you're not a big fan of Westerns, wow, you're not in for a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I like that stuff about his ancestors. That was actually kind of neat. But it's kind of stuff we already saw in the first two. Of, the relatives being played by
people who are
familiar to us.
Yeah. Also, it helps that in the second one, it explored future. It also redid some of the scenes from the first one in a very interesting fashion.
And Elizabeth Shue, much better as Michael J. Fox's girlfriend. I don't know what.
She's still heavy as shit. I'm young, I'm old! Still, the scene kind of doesn't always make sense. Not as bad as the guy who pretty much straight up, oh, I'm totally going to help you, McFly. I'm going to call you Chicken. I'm totally not going to blackmail you.
Mm-hmm.
Fly's kind of stupid in these movies, you'll realize. Yeah. Not so strange a movie that does hold up nowadays.
Yeah, the first one was good. Second one was way better. I don't know. I just love the whole future stuff, the whole future speculation.
I think it also helps it kind of hops around a lot. And even though that would actually usually hurt a movie, but it's showing 3 different timelines in all essence.
Yeah, the present in the 80s, and also kind of alternate timeline in the 80s when he, when Biff kind of fucks with everything.
Yeah, old Biff.
Yeah. And damn good makeup for old Biff.
Also has to be good acting from him, you know, kind of. Even though I don't know why he dies.
And I will say good makeup on the guy who played Michael J. Fox's dad, because they couldn't get Chris McGlover back. The man like kind of looked like Chris McGlover, and kind of like hung him upside down. Mm-hmm. And as much as it's kind of nightmare fuel, good makeup on Michael J. Fox as his own daughter.
That is creepy as shit. That is still the thing of nightmares.
Yeah, like at
Once
first,
you see it, you shall not unsee
yeah, like if you don't know that he's playing his own daughter, it's like it might not be obvious right away. And you're looking at it, it's like, wait, is that? Yeah, that's Michael J. Fox. It's him in drag. Like,
what's creepier, that or Phil Collins as a puppet from Land of Confusion video?
and probably Phil Collins.
Be fair, Phil Collins makes for a very creepy puppet.
Well, puppets I think are kind of very creepy.
So I guess Dead Silence would be very creepy to you. Even though this was me in Dead Silence. So we know what your number 1 is.
If you've been paying attention throughout the video, then yes.
If you've been keeping score at home. If you've been keeping score at home, you're stupid, no offense. Unless you're just like, who's right? Ha, Charlie's right. Charlie's been right on all of them. Ha 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 ha. You know,
I wouldn't say they're stupid. I would say, like, okay, y'all seriously have nothing better to do. I mean, nothing. Not that I'm complaining. Not that we're complaining about y'all watching our videos here.
I'm just saying keeping score.
Well, I'm just...
Who keeps score? So, more you want to say about Back to the Future Part 2?
It's awesome. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Yeah, you should. I don't know why you haven't seen it.
Yeah, like, I don't know how that's a movie that anyone has missed. Even though I haven't seen it, I've missed a lot of movies somehow.
Oh, should we go to my number 1? Mm-hmm. My number 1 is about as predictable as anybody would guess, even though most people probably say, oh, Terminator 2. Those who know me, I am Star Wars over Star Trek. I am Marvel over DC.
One per franchise.
And that's the reason why Captain America Civil War is the best of all the 3 Captain America movies. I really loved Captain America First Avenger.
I probably could put that on my list.
I don't know why you didn't.
Uh,
Megan might just have changed her list. I think Beethoven 2 just got knocked off.
Possibly.
And then everything else, Back to the Future down, just got shifted.
Just...
Damn it!
Or at least most of it just...
I really liked the first Avenger. A lot of people are like, it's not good. It is exactly what I wanted. It was just the right amount of corn, the right amount of goofiness from the first Avenger. Then the second one, they said, alright, we have to do a sequel. How the fuck are we doing a sequel for this movie? So what they did was make a spy thriller that James Bond would be jealous of. I have seen Skyfall. I have seen all but Quantum of Solace and Spectre. Which Spectre people have said, it's good. It's just, it's not a finality or final James Bond. Skyfall should have been. I think so too. I'll just say that much. Skyfall ended on a really dour but good note at the same time. You know, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, you watched Skyfall?
No, just what you were saying is like, no, that does not make any sense.
No, I'm saying Skyfall's ending doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I've never seen Ian James Bond.
I'll show them to you. It's alright. I can show you the good ones. How about that? I'll show you Pierce Brosnan. How about that? I'll start with that. We'll go GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, World Is Not Enough, and then we'll end with Die Another Day.
You could have been speaking Japanese for all I understood you.
That's the Pierce Brosnan movies. First one's GoldenEye, second one's Tomorrow Never Dies, next one's The World Is Not Enough, and the last one he did was Die Another Day. Die Another Day people really shit on. I think it's fun still. It's not good, it's fun though. But yeah, with Captain America Winter Soldier, somehow they made a great spy thriller that James Bond should have been able to do. Then the directors were like, we gotta do even better. We have more characters. Let's get them to fight, but let's give reasoning. Let's give methodology. Let's give some actual characters. Let's give arcs. Let's introduce new people that people care about. Let's have a villain who actually is sympathetic as hell. Sure, they still have a slight problem that the villains aren't always as memorable as they should be. Baron Zemo's partially, it's because of Baron Zemo. He's a difficult villain to do. He's a son of an old World War II Nazi. Kind of hard to do that, and I'm glad they changed him. People are like, how'd they change him? Well, I actually like that, because it actually makes him a very smart, super suave kind of badass in a way. But damn, this movie just did everything I wanted from it. It gave me insanely good, well done action. It grabbed your heart, just squeezed it as hard as possible until it wrenched every tear out of you. And it shouldn't. It's a comic book movie. It shouldn't be doing this, but it does. It is beyond just a comic book movie, though. It is a movie that, for all intents and purposes, is what actually I think is finally pushing comic book movies beyond just being silliness. I mean, yeah. Winter Soldier, I believe, really did that well. But think about it. Civil War is a movie that really made Avengers, which shouldn't have worked, made it work times a billion. It shouldn't do that. It shouldn't make a movie that shouldn't have worked that somehow did work and do it even better. But it does. I mean, it's the best of all the Avengers things. Yes, I am biased. I am a Marvel fanboy and I am a Captain America fanboy. I will totally accept that if you don't want to accept this as my number one. But it's a fantastic movie that I love dearly, and I still watch it. I'm like, yes, this is still a fantastic fucking movie. And it's a breezy 2.5 hours, strange enough. Like, it doesn't feel like that movie ever clips down and slows.
Yeah, and like, Batman vs. Superman's like...
That movie doesn't pick up till about 3/4 through the movie. You're like, hey, oh, wait, shit, it's got 10 minutes left. Damn it. Then you're just in like, well, that's
yeah, it's just like 20 or 30 minutes, and it's like, is the movie over yet? It's only been 20 or 30 minutes. Damn it.
Now you know how I felt in Ghostbusters. Yeah, Ghostbusters was a clunk of a glasses throw. Clunk. There's a... Damn it, that hurt. That joke actually hurt. Yeah. Captain America Civil War. Still a fucking fantastic movie.
And as we mentioned before in other videos, it really did the whole thing right. You know, you understood this side, but you also understood this other side.
Yeah, you might root for one side over the other, but you're not rooting for them because you want this side to win. You just rooting for that side because you like that side, or you agree with their argument a little bit more than the other.
Yeah.
Which, that's how you fucking do it, Zack Snyder. Still love the meme of Zack Snyder when somebody took a picture of him in front of Civil War poster. Oh, so that's how you do it. Best picture ever, and I'm like, I want to find the guy who did that and just give him a blowjob. Just like, thank you, sir. You did the world a service.
You have something you need to tell me, honey?
Nah, just some people need blowjobs just because they did good. Maybe there's a girl. There we go. She gets a blowjob too.
See what I gotta put up with?
I said so. Oh. So your number one's Dark Knight. Spoiler!
Maybe. Yeah, my number one is Dark Knight.
So why is that the best sequel that is better than the original? At least in your eyes. Not that I don't agree, just mine's a little lower.
As I said before, it was just brilliant. I mean, I like, Batman Begins well enough, but Dark Knight, wow.
Well, it helps that because Batman Begins, the camera's this close to your face half the time. You're like, just back up like 5 inches. I don't need to see what Christian Bale's left nostril looks like, or sees. Don't need to see inside of it. Be like,
yeah, everything backed up a little bit, and sorry, a little burp.
you also have some memorable damn action sequences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who doesn't remember the chase sequence?
Yeah, I mean, some of the action sequences, like, they're a little bit close up and enough to where, like, okay, kind of what's going on, but not as bad as Batman Begins.
If Batman Begins really has a problem, you're like, so I don't know what's going on now.
And the lighting, I think, is better.
Oh, yeah.
Then, like, everything in Dark Knight, like, kind of has this, like, bluish tinge. Like, bluish or grayish tinge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not like Gotham kind of grayish tinge, but the show, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives it kind of a noir. Exactly. Kind of a noir kind of feel, even though it's pretty much set in modern day.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, they have cell phones or something, but
Well, I think that's because they want to bring up the fact that, Batman is a detective. It's just why his name is the world's greatest detective. And they try to...
nickname.
Yeah, it's just why they're like, hey, yeah, this is a noir. In the best of ways.
Well, yeah, I think they're trying to give me like a 30s or 40s feeling, like when the Batman comics like first started.
Oh, 40s.
Yeah, it really gives you a 40s kind of feeling. There was even this one scene where Daredevil's girlfriend. Not Daredevil. Deadpool's girlfriend. Yeah, she's on the show, and like she steps off this train, and it just seems like part of this old-timey kind of movie. It's like okay, where we get the 40s train from?
Are we talking about Gotham?
Yes, I'm still talking about Gotham.
I thought we were talking about Dark Knight.
I'm still talking about Gotham, yes.
I was
Keep up.
So confused. I'm like...
Keep up, honey. Keep up.
Like Baby Groot. Aww. Yeah.
I am Groot.
I'm Groot.
It is so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Groot. No! I'm Groot. Mm-hmm. I am Groot. Mm-hmm. I am Groot. No!
But what else about...
I can quote that endlessly.
What else about Dark Knight did you want to gush about? I know you've gushed and gushed and gushed.
Yeah, pretty much that's it. I mean, Heath Ledger just really... I mean, he would have been my first choice to cast if I was in charge of casting, but... Wow! He really surprised everybody, I think, and he... Like, I will say this much. I'm not usually a fan, as y'all can tell, for those that watch these videos regularly. I'm not usually a fan of stuff that's, like, dark. I prefer more lighthearted, funny stuff. But Dark Knight did the dark stuff really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know he's the Dark Knight, but... Yeah,
it's better than being the White Knight.
But it did the dark tone really well. That even I liked it. That even I couldn't help but be
Amazed.
wowed by it.
I think we saw that like twice in theaters too.
Possibly, I don't remember.
Bad thing was that was the year when Iron Man came out too, so we just were watching a bunch of comic book movies that year.
I know we saw Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 1 twice.
Yeah, we saw Dark Knight twice as well. Because we saw it with my brother and we also saw it with Crystal.
Yeah, we saw Iron Man, just two of us, and then we saw Iron Man later with Crystal.
Yeah. Now.
Crystal is a friend of ours.
Yeah. It's been 8 years. I don't remember that well. I really feel like Jeremy Piven from frickin' in Gross Point Blank. 10 years! Yeah, it's been a long time. Don't fucking remember real well. I guesstimate.
And my mom would say, I have substance then.
Oh, well, now that our lists are out there, yours
our list is complete.
Well, yours technically not, because you wanted to include the one that you forgot about. Yeah, I said that, and I could see in the camera you were just kind of like panning over, like, damn it!
I was like, oh yeah. It's like I could have.
The bad thing, we were talking to each other like last week about this, and I was like, yeah, there's this movie. She's like, oh yeah!
I didn't write it down, obviously.
I know. But,
I didn't write it down, and while I was like going through other people's lists of sequels that are better.
Didn't realize that none of them were after May of last year.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly.
Oh, this is one of the things I love about her. She's goofy. She's very goofy.
Oh. Just keep me around so you can make fun of me.
Nah. That helps. So, now that we have our list of the best or sequels that are better than the originals, I will admit mine is insanely biased at times. Megan's is insanely wrong. But, what are we going to do in 2 weeks' time?
This might surprise anybody who knows me, but top 10 sports movies.
That's going to be hard. I don't even know if I've seen 10 sports movies.
I've already been making out the list, like all these sports movies I've seen. It's surprisingly, I've seen a lot of them. Considering I hate sports, except for baseball. Baseball is awesome.
Well,
Go Rangers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this baseball movie is going to be on my list then. So that's going to be interesting.
Probably like 2 or 3 baseball movies are going to be on my list.
Oh yeah, I probably got 2 at least. I just thought of one. So that's going to be an interesting list. Any caveats we need to set beforehand?
Well, as usual, 1 per franchise.
Not that there's that many baseball movies that have franchises. That many sports movies that have franchises. There's like 1.
What's that?
Major League. That's the only one I can think of that has a sequel.
I was thinking of 3 Ninjas. Those are technically considered sports movies because they're martial arts.
So then would any wrestling movie then count?
Define wrestling.
Wrestling. People wrestling.
Well, like, not like WWE or whatever.
Professional wrestling? Why not?
Videos.
I'm not talking about WWE videos. I'm talking about like a movie based on professional wrestling.
A movie?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yes.
So, professional wrestling is a sport. Do we have any criteria what isn't a sport? Like, is race car driving a sport?
I think you and I have already discussed this, and like you said that race car driving is not a sport.
I hold true to that. I keep part of it. NASCAR's a sport. No, it ain't. Really isn't.
Yeah, I talked to my relatives about that.
I will tell them they're wrong right to their faces. NASCAR ain't a sport. There ain't no physical demands in it. So you just got to hold your foot over there, sometimes lift it up a little bit. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, nowadays it's all done through the hands. Or through the, and then all the gear shifting is.
Okay.
If you watch, they used to have it up here. Now it's all.
All you're doing is watching cars taking left turns all day.
The only time it's interesting is road tracks because they'll like twist and all that. That's the reason why
it's only interesting when they crash.
As long as it's not Indy cars. Indy cars, when people crash, usually they're dead. Like the guy who hit a wall at 120 miles an hour.
What was that one movie you were that you showed me a little bit of with Tom Cruise?
That's Days of Thunder.
I was thinking that's what it was.
Best first opening like 15.
Why'd you hit the pace car?
hit the pace car.
Yeah, you have every other car out there. I want you to be perfect.
You're a damn car out there. I want you to be perfect.
Hey, look, spot we don't have to fix. I want you boys getting spoiled.
And John C. Reilly just looks like somebody just knocked his ice cream cone out of his hand. Just like, aww.
Who is it that does that?
What?
Guy tells him to hit the pace car, and then
Oh, that's Robert Duvall.
Okay, Robert. What was that? Like, I know,
A Southerner's
I know that is.
favorite actor. Because Robert Duvall's awesome. Oh, but this is going to be an interesting list, so.
To say the least.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see you in 2 weeks' time with the best sports movies of all time. That'll be a thing.
Be something different.
Yeah, that'll be for sure. So, see you all next time. So, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.